No particular reason, just because this is what I've chosen to do today. Would you mind identifying, please?
PC Dean.
Okay.
Code number 17920.
Thank you. And yourself?
Okay.
Why are you lot all coming out like this? You're making me feel nervous.
Because
like,
when people start filming outside of our police station, it tends to alert red flags. Okay?
for what reason?
Mainly for terrorism.
When an officer says something like, people usually film police stations for terrorism, it isn't a throwaway comment. It's a calculated move. The statement subtly introduces suspicion without making a direct accusation. In legal terms, this is known as implied association, linking an entirely lawful action to something far more serious. The reality, however, is simple. In the UK, filming in public places, even outside a police station, is not a crime, and there is no blanket law prohibiting it. References to terrorism are often used in these encounters as a pressure tactic designed to unsettle the person filming and steer the interaction. It can also create a pretext for escalating the situation, including invoking stop and search powers. This isn't about enforcing the law. It's about leverage.
Because majority of people come around, they like to film our cars, know what our registrations are, know what our police officers look like.
What? Okay.
No procedures for getting in and out of the building safe and securely, so that in that way they can potentially perform a terrorist attack, okay, and have it all on recording. So that's why we come down and we like to check to make sure why they are. So you asked me to identify myself.
Yeah, I'm not going to identify, no. No.
Why is that?
I'm not required to, I'm not committing any offence.
You're not required to, you're not committing any offence.
Yeah, absolutely.
However, you are in a public place.
Absolutely,
okay?
exactly.
So under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act,
okay,
you could be required to identify yourself with name and address, or you could be arrested. Okay, if your behaviour is believed to be
antisocial. So am I behaving antisocially?
The officer then shifts tactics and invokes Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002. This provision does allow police to demand your name and address, but only under very specific conditions. They must genuinely believe you are involved in antisocial behavior. And antisocial behavior is not simply standing in public with a camera. It refers to conduct likely to cause harassment, alarm, or distress to members of the public. Filming on its own does not meet that threshold. It remains entirely lawful unless the behavior crosses into actually bothering or endangering others. When Section 50 is raised in situations like this, it often feels less like legitimate law enforcement and more like a bluff, an attempt to pressure someone into handing over personal details without solid grounds. That's not just misleading. It edges into the misuse of authority.
Is that the route we're going to go down? I'm not going to give you my name. I'm not going to give you my name. I wouldn't suggest using the Section 50 power. You would have to prove that I'm behaving antisocially, causing members of the public harassment, alarm, and... Okay, so how's my behaviour?
If you're filming and the fact that you're standing outside, there's a member of the public to walk past and feel completely distressed by the fact that you...
How would they feel distressed by that? Am I engaging anyone else? I'm just here filming you.
You walk past...
what are we doing? And are you going to nick me now, are you?
Well, I'm going to ask you to move on, sir.
I'm not going to move on. I'm in a public place.
At the moment, you're not in a public place, sir. This is casting...
No, it's not.
Now let's talk about public space. Public land generally includes roads, sidewalks, pavements, footpaths, anywhere the public can walk freely without restriction. Ownership doesn't change that. Even if land is technically owned by the police or the local council, if it's open to the public without fences, locked gates, or clear signage restricting access, the law still treats it as public space. That means the same legal standards apply there as they would anywhere else in public. So if someone is standing on the pavement outside a police station with a camera, they're still on public ground, regardless of who owns the bricks behind them.
This is a pavement, mate. What are you talking about?
Tell you what, sir, if you want to be in a private place or a public place, take a step in that pavement.
No, I'm good here. I'm good here.
So
this is not a private place. How is this a private place? Look at where we are. Look. Just so the camera can pick it up, yeah? So if it...
So there's your yellow lines.
No. You're talking nonsense, mate. You're talking rubbish. And there you are, mate. You're trying to flex jurisdiction. Let's just pack it in. Yes, you are.
Carry on filming.
I will carry on filming.
Feel free, but just step
no, I'm not going to step there. So we've got section so we've got section 50, and now we're talking about private land. What's next? What's next?
So I'm correct in what I'm telling you.
No, you're just flexing unnecessarily. Yes, you are.
Flex unnecessarily. You're not an issue to me. 179.
All right, I'm not an issue. No worries.
You are not an issue to me.
Good.
I have no reason to flex to you.
Good.
You are not that much of an issue.
Good. Then there should be no reason. There should be no concerns about me filming. Then if that's the case.
Well, genuinely there is concerns.
Well, you just said that I'm not an issue to you.
You're not an issue for me to flex. That means I'm not bothered by you. You're not big, high and mighty, okay?
Okay. It's not about me, it's about you. This is about your ego, not about mine.
It's not
about your. Yeah, of course it is.
Your ego needs to be approved and swept and fucking stroked because you're standing.
Did you just swear?
Because, yeah, I did just swear.
So you just...
in a public place.
Of course you're in a public place. You just committed section 5.
I'm not in a public place.
Hold on.
Land.
Dean, bruh.
This is
pack it in, mate. Pack it in, mate.
Place is over there.
Pack it in, mate. Mate, pack it in right now. Don't swear again. We're all in a public place. This is all public.
Private.
This is all public. This is all publicly accessible. Right. Show me where the boundary is that denotes public and private. No, double yellow line doesn't denote private property. Dean, mate, you're digging yourself a hole. You're digging yourself a hole. You just swore. You started with section 50. Then you're saying private property. Even if this was private property, it's a civil matter. This is publicly accessible. This isn't private property anyway.
This is private, mate. This
has not been good, mate. This ain't good.
Okay.
Why are you swearing? Can I swear? Can I use the F word?
You can swear if you want to.
So I can say fuck, yeah?
Congratulations.
Fuck. Yeah, no, I feel good, yeah.
Just we're carrying through, we're going to pay.
And you did swear in a public place.
Private.
This ain't private, mate. No, it's not.
Yes.
You're making yourself look ridiculous. Just go back inside, mate. Alright.
You have to take a pinch of common sense.
I don't have to take a pinch of nothing. I don't have to take any advice from any of you. I'm in a public place filming, which is lawful. And you've tried to threaten me. Yeah, you have. Yes, you have. You haven't educated me. I'm educating you right now. Go on.
Like, with you standing so close to the entrance.
I'm not obstructing you, am I?
No, but you need to listen. With you standing so close to an entrance, filming, that poses security questions for us, okay? There are people who wish to do the police harm.
Okay, I'm not one of those.
Okay, but we don't know that, do we?
Well, you have to go based on what you do know.
You haven't identified yourself, so
I don't need to.
treat you as an unknown risk, so we don't know.
Why am I a risk? This is a.
Then there's a phrase that sometimes gets thrown around: unknown risk. On the surface, it sounds official, but legally it means nothing. Police powers can't be exercised on vague uncertainty alone. The standard is reasonable suspicion. Officers must have specific, objective grounds to believe that wrongdoing or danger is actually present. Labeling someone an unknown risk lowers that threshold to pure guesswork, and that's where human rights protections begin to erode. When every citizen is treated as a potential threat simply because they haven't been identified, policing shifts from protecting the public to harassing it. That approach is neither lawful nor safe.
Common sense.
Based on what? If an old granny was filming here, would she be an unknown risk?
You're not letting me finish, so that you can't understand my point. Okay. By you standing here, common sense would dictate that poses a security risk.
Why? Is the building not secure? Like, you lot are armed, like you've got a taser. Like, what sort of security risk is it?
You standing here constantly, filming cars coming in and out.
Marked cars that are paid for by the taxpayer. I've got every right to film them.
Right next to where gate opens in and out. Like I said, you're an unknown risk. You've got a bag. We don't know what you've got on you. You could run in. You could have something on you that we don't know.
Yeah, well,
so that's why.
I mean, there's lots of members of the public that have stuff on them that you don't know.
I know, but they're not.
Are they all unknown risks as well? Yeah, well, I can be here.
Everyone's an unknown risk.
Everyone's an unknown risk. We don't live in a police state where everyone's an unknown risk and you're constantly doing surveillance. What sort of you lot have been brainwashed or something? I'm just a member of the public. Chill out. We're not all unknown risks. What are they teaching you in training? Unknown risk. Is this a police state? Do you have to spy on each other? Or like, we all have to like snitch on each other? What's going on here? Like, what is going on here?
So we have to manage risk. So we always have to manage risk. And that's why we have to do unknown risk and known risk. So anything that we don't know is unknown to us. So we have to treat it with an element of caution.
Okay.
Yeah? That's fair to say, isn't it? That's a common sense approach to this. And because we don't know you, you've not identified yourself with us, we don't know the risks that you pose.
Would you identify yourself?
Yeah, I'm PC Cook,
okay.
1654.
Sure.
Yeah? And I'm just talking to you like I would to anybody else.
All right.
And that's the point I'm trying to impress to you today, sir, that's all.
Okay, now what?
Well, like my colleague said, because we don't know you, we don't know the risk, we are going to just ask you to move on to the public point.
This is public here. I guarantee you 100% this is public here.
But with your proximity...
And even if it was private, this is publicly accessible. Look. Just for some context, right? He's saying this yellow line denotes where it's public, where it's private. So how could this possibly be private property? Even let's say hypothetically it was private property, yeah? Who owns this property? Does the Met Police own this property, or would they hypothetically lease the property?
Owns this property.
No, they don't.
Council.
Okay, right. So who pays for the council? How's the council funded? I'm pretty sure this is leased anyway. I'm pretty sure the Met don't own this.
This was gifted to us.
You know that for a fact, do you? Well, you got flowers on your radio.
Why not?
I'm asking why.
If you went into a shop and they had a counter with no barriers either side, you would know that
that shop's not paid for by the taxpayer.
So the behind that kiosk area, even though you can access it, is an inaccessible point. That's another common sense approach. So you can see that from there to here, and then this bit here, common sense would dictate that this is not a public part of the domain. Yeah?
Okay, well this is all paid for by tax money, so...
But you have to understand why we're talking.
You understand how like fiscal policy works. So the government tax, and then they spend on public services, and this is that. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's a fiscal policy. It's the economic policy, right? So it dictates how spending and taxation works.
Okay, I'm not here for a lesson. I'm just trying to talk to you.
Right. And I'm just trying to explain to you
as a person, from a person to a person, why we are managing the risk of somebody standing by the entrance that's constantly used to a police station.
Okay, have I satisfied that I'm not a risk?
Well, no.
Alright, well how are you going to satisfy it then?
Well, we're just...
Just remember, everything I'm doing right now is perfectly legal, so just remember that. And it's not antisocial. Well, why did you backpedal on that?
I didn't backpedal.
Yeah, you did. But why are you not nicking me under Section 50 then?
Because I don't have reasons to.
Okay.
I'm trying to approach you common sense. I don't like to unnecessarily criminalise people.
Oh, thank you. Good, good.
Me and my colleague have tried to appeal to your common sense nature, but clearly.
Good. I'm happy that you're not. I'm happy that you're not criminalising people. That's good. You know of any officers doing stuff like that?
Do I know of any officers doing unnecessary criminal?
Yeah. Never heard of that. Right. Good. Why? How you swore in a public place as well?
I didn't swear.
Yeah, you did.
I did not. If that has offended you, then I do apologise, but I did not swear in a public place.
You did. You said the F word. I've got it on camera.
I swore, but I'm not in a public place.
All right. If you say so.
Okay.
Are we done?
Yeah, you go back your day.
All right, you're dismissed. You're dismissed.
So, here's the bigger picture. In this video, the auditor was calmly filming outside a police station illegal, protected activity in a public place. Despite this, officers repeatedly leaned on laws like Section 50 to try to force him into giving his details, even though they had no valid basis. At one point, they claimed the area wasn't public land, and they treated his camera like a potential weapon. None of that stands up to legal scrutiny. Through it all, the auditor kept his composure while the officers slipped into threats, unprofessional language, and clear overreach. What we see here is not lawful policing, but misuse of authority designed to intimidate someone for exercising their rights. And that's exactly why understanding the law matters. If you don't know your rights, you risk being pressured into giving them up. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want more breakdowns of police powers, legal rights, and real-world encounters like this. Stay aware, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next.